5 trillion. Who wins? Which company gets there next? Which company is going to pass that $5 trillion market cap barrier this year? Today's video, we're going to focus just on that. We're going to break down the contenders. Who has a chance to pass it this year? What are the reasons that make them a strong contender? And then ultimately, what is the impact it can have on us as investors, and what do we need to keep our eyes out for? But before we get started, guys, give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. It takes a second for you. It means a ton for the channel. We're trying to grow this channel to over 100 subscribers. I want you to be part of that first 100. The momentum we're starting is great. Let's keep it going. I'm going to bring insights and value to you every day. So take a moment, hit that like and subscribe. Guys, I want you to imagine what 5 trillion is like. It is a massive number. You may be surprised to know that 97% of the countries on this planet have a GDP less than 5 trillion. In fact, there are only 5 countries that have a GDP that's greater than 4 trillion. Give me a comment below. Outside of the United States, what other countries do you think are in that group of 5? But let's get started back on today's video. Who's going to win the race to 5 trillion? First, guys, we know that last year there was NVIDIA that was the first company to pass the $5 trillion market cap barrier. They did it in 2025. It was a massive testament to this company's strength and the impact they have in the market. But we also know that the market is just not about chips anymore. It's about the companies that provide the software and the platforms. We're going to focus on the tech giants, the tech titans, we'll say, that have a chance to pass the 5 trillion this year. We're going to talk about those magnificent 7 companies that we all love, whether that's Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta. Who's going to win the race? We're going to focus on the strengths that they have, as I mentioned, and we're going to make predictions at the end. So make sure you stay to the end of the video and you can hear my prediction on who will get there first. But let's jump right in. Who's going to win the $5 trillion race? My first contender I want to lay out is what many will call the front runner in this space. It's Apple. And there's very simple reasons why we say Apple's the front runner. Clearly, they have 1 billion plus users locked into their ecosystem. They have high margin subscription revenue. They have amazing brand loyalty. In fact, I bet you many of us are either watching a video on our iPhone or have an iPhone right near us and many other Apple products across our households. And on top of that, they have strong cash flows consistently every year. It makes them a great example. At the end of the day, guys, Apple doesn't have to have explosive growth to reach 5 trillion. They're sitting at $3.8 trillion valuation right now. They just need to do what they do very well, just a little better. They need to do iPhones, App Store, services, and cash flows. That's a simple case for Apple. They have a great chance to reach 5 trillion. That's why they're considered the front runner. But let's jump into the next on the list, who I think many of us may think could be the best. And it is Google, otherwise Alphabet. We know the reasons why Google has a chance to get to 5 trillion. First and foremost, they passed the $4 trillion mark earlier this week. Currently, they're sitting at about 3.9 trillion valuation. And it's clearly, I'll say 2 words, Gemini 3.0. Gemini 3.0 has been a massive opportunity for it's a game changer for Google. We've started to see that they have finally stopped the momentum of OpenAI. The partnership they announced with Apple is a great testament to that. But in addition, Google have search dominance. They are the internet infrastructure. They have a massive global media platform that's connecting all of us right now as we're watching this video together. Cloud growth, and then the last piece for them, which I'm calling out, is their Waymo division. So frankly, Waymo is scaling much faster than they anticipated. They announced that they expect to be able to deliver 1 million autonomous rides per week by the end of this year. And they're doing a funding series right now for Waymo, and they estimate that the division could have a value of $100 billion. If Google can figure out how to monetize AI without damaging their ad revenues, the upside for them is massive. To me, they passed the 4 trillion. They're a strong contender in this class. But let's take a look at our next contender, which we will call the quiet killer. It's Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't get the headlines like the other two I just mentioned, and Apple and Google, but Wall Street loves its predictability. They have strong cloud computing, enterprise software, gaming, and how they're embedding AI across everything is impressive. The way they're embedding Copilot across all of their platforms within Office, whether you are working on Teams, Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, or any other platform they have. Anyone that works in corporate America knows and is comfortable with Copilot. It's been a smart move for them. They're really embedding it across their ecosystem. Why Microsoft could get to $5 trillion very easily? Frankly, they have very sticky customer relationships. AI is boosting their productivity and pricing, and we know they have recurring revenue, and they have high margins and steady growth. Microsoft is a great choice. Again, doesn't capture the headlines, but Wall Street loves its predictability. And then let's talk about our last choice, which I'm calling the wild card or the dark horse, and it's Meta. Meta has the lowest valuation today at 1.6, but they have strong AI-driven ads, a massive user base. They have finally shifted away from the metaverse and the VR headsets, which was a massive cash burn for them. And they're going all in on the smart glasses. Meta announced earlier that they expect to be able to produce 20 to 30 million units of the Ray-Ban AI glasses by the end of this year. If they can figure out, first of all, I would say if they can figure out how to make your glasses your primary AI infrastructure, Meta could have their very own iPhone moment, and we can see their valuation skyrocket. Many analysts predict the category of smart glasses to quadruple in revenue this year. It's a great opportunity for Meta. They are the dark horse, as I mentioned. They're at the lowest valuation, but if they do it right, they could have a chance to skyrocket and get to that $5 trillion before any other in the group. So there's the five that you have. The four that you have. Who do you think will get there? Clearly, Apple has the clearest path. Microsoft, with its AI and its enterprise dominance, seems like a strong contender. For me, I'm going with Google. I think Google, with what we've seen from what they do with AI and how they're embedding Gemini across everything, the dominance they have in search and in media, and what we've heard the news around Waymo and how that is scaling much faster than they anticipated, I think it's an excellent choice. I think they're going to get there before the date that many predict where they'll reach $5 trillion. I think they're going to be the first one to do it in the group. But I'd like to know what you think. Why is it important, or what do we need to watch out for in this category? The last thing I'll say, guys, we know that when companies start to push towards the $5 trillion, and we'll have a number of them get there within a 12-month period. We may see 3 of those companies get to $5 trillion within a 12-month period from now. We know the market becomes very heavy. We know that when we have a few mega cap companies that control most of the gains, a few things happen. The upsides are great. When big tech has a strong day, we all make money. We feel great. When big tech stumbles, it feels a bit shaky. Quite frankly, when indexes like the S&P 500 become very concentrated, the market becomes very sensitive to earnings, headlines, and any AI news. The upside is powerful, but the downside moves can be strong as well. So guys, what do you think? Like to hear your thoughts. My prediction is Google. Put a comment below. Who do you think is going to be the next one to get to the $5 trillion market cap barrier? Is it another company that I mentioned? Is it somebody that I didn't mention? Go ahead and drop a like in there, because I know whatever company that does get to the $5 trillion market cap barrier first will not only be the company that's shaping the market for all of us, but it'll be the company that's going to be shaping our future as well. Thanks for the listen tonight, guys. Give me a like and subscribe on the way out. Hope you have a great day. Take care.